Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss about the remaining problems on applications of Euclid's division lemma. So before going into the problems, just recall the definition of Euclid's division lemma, that a and b are some positive integers, q and r also some positive integers and they are unique, and there is a condition that 0 less than or equal to r less than p. So this is the condition we are using in the definition. So let us see the problem. We use Euclid's division lemma to show that the cube of an integer, here we are asked to find a cube of an positive integer is of the form 9m or 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8, where m is some integer. So let us see the solution for this problem. So let a be any positive integer and b is equal to 3. So by the definition we can write a is equal to bq plus r, and the possible remainders are like this: r is equal to 0, r equal to 1 or r equal to 2. So what happens if r equal to 0? Then a is equal to 3q plus 0, which is nothing but 3q. Then since we are asked to find cube, we are cubing on both sides. Then a cube is equal to 3q plus 3q whole cube. Then we can rewrite like this, and the value is equal to 9 into 3q cube. Then a cube is equal to 9m, where we replace this 3q with the help of this m. What happens if r is equal to 1? If r equal to 1, then a is equal to 3q plus 1. Similarly, we are cubing on both sides, and here we are going to use a formula, since we have two terms, that a plus b whole cube is equal to a cube plus 3 a square b plus 3 ab square plus b cube. So this is the formula we are going to apply here. Then in the next step it will be like this: we have substituted the terms and we are simplifying it, and finally we are taking 9 as common from the above terms, and this 1 is left over, so it becomes 9m plus 1, where we replaced this m for this term. And if r is equal to 2, which is our last condition, a is equal to 3q plus 2. So cubing on both sides, again we get like this. We are using the same formula, a plus b whole cube. Then upon expanding, we'll get that step, and by simplifying we'll get 9 into some value, and this 8 is left over. So we are replacing this value with the help of positive integer m. So a cube is equal to 9m plus 8. So in this way we have showed that the cube of any integer is of the form either 9m or 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. Similarly, I tried another method which I think will be very easier than the previous one. So we'll see that one. Let a be any positive integer and b is equal to 3, which are the conditions given in our problem. So by definition we can write like that, and the same conditions are equal to 0, are equal to 1 or are equal to 2. So a is equal to 3q plus r. Here I am cubing on both sides. So upon cubing on both sides and applying the same formula, a plus b whole cube, then we'll get that expansion, and I simplified that expansion, and finally I took 9 from the respective terms where this r cube is left over, and in place of this term, so all these terms I have replaced by m. So that is a cube is equal to 9m plus r cube. So since q and r are positive, obviously m is also positive. So now I am going to apply the conditions for r. If r is equal to 0, from the leftover I am replacing 0 in place of r. Then a cube is equal to 9m, which is one of our conditions which we have to prove. Similarly, if r is equal to 1, then that becomes 9m plus 1 cube, and 1 cube is nothing but 1. So a cube is equal to 9m plus 1. If r equal to 2, then a cube is equal to 9m plus 2 cube, which is equal to 9m plus 8, which is our third condition we have to prove. So the cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m or 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. Now we will see about the second problem. It is given that 1 and only 1 out of n, n plus 2 or n plus 4 is divisible by 3 where n is any positive integer. So before solving this one, let us have some basic idea about the problem. So what is given in the problem is that any one out of the 3 given numbers will be divisible by 3. So we will generalize this one. For example, if n value is equal to, if I take n value is equal to some 2. So the given numbers are, one is n plus 2, and another one is n plus. So in place of n, I will substitute this 2 first. 2 plus 2 and 2 plus 4. So this becomes 2, this is 4, and this is 6. So out of these 3 numbers, only 6 is divisible by 3. So similarly, if I take n equal to 3, then this becomes 3 plus 2, 3 plus 4. So the numbers are 3, 5 and 7. So clearly we can say that here only 3 is divisible. So let us consider one more example, n equal to 4. And this becomes 4 plus 2 and 4 plus 4. So this is 4, 6 and 8. So clearly we can say that C is divisible by 3. So when we considered 3 different numbers in 3 different cases, only 1 out of 3 is divisible. Here it is 6, here it is 3, and here it is again 6. So only 1 out of 3 is divisible. So this problem we have to solve and generalize it without taking examples. That is what is asked in the question. So let us see how to solve this one. Let n be any positive integer and b is equal to 3. By Euclid's division lemma and definition, we can write like that, and n is equal to 3q plus r, where we have some conditions. Then the possible remainders are r equal to 0, r equal to 1, or r equal to 2. If r equal to 0, then n is equal to 3q. So since we are asked to find about 3 numbers there, 3 different numbers, that is, one is n, another one is n plus 2, and another one is n plus 4. So we are simultaneously applying this r value to the 3 numbers. First we have taken here n is equal to 3q. Then what I did is I have added 2 on both sides here. 2 on both sides. Then this became n plus 2 is equal to 3q plus 2 and n plus 4. Now I have added 4 on both sides. You see here this is 4 and this is 4. To our n value, which is n is equal to 3q, I have added plus 4 and plus 4 on both sides. Then n equal to, if n equal to 3q, then n plus 4 is equal to 3q plus 4. So we can rewrite this one. We can rewrite this 4 as 3 plus 1. So after taking 3 as common from those two terms, n plus 4 is equal to 3q plus 1 and this 1 is left over. So very clearly we can say that here we have a remainder. In the previous case, n plus 2 also, which is equal to 3q plus 2. There we have a remainder 2. So the only number that is divisible by 3 here is n is equal to 3q. So in the remaining two cases, that is n plus 2 and n plus 4 are not divisible by 3. So let us see, if r equal to 1, then which number is divisible? If r equal to 1, then n is equal to 3q plus 1. So in place of r, I have substituted 1. Then n plus 2 now. So n plus 2 means I have added 2 on both sides for n value. Then this became n plus 2 is equal to, here we can clearly see that 1 plus 2 is there. So I have written 3. Since I have 3 from two terms, then I took common, then n plus 2 became 3 times q plus 1. So let's see about n plus 4. So our value here is n is equal to 3q plus 1. So for that value, I am adding 4 on both sides. Then this becomes n plus 4 is equal to 3q plus 5. So we will see the three numbers. In the first case, n value has a remainder 0. So it is not divisible. N plus 2 has no remainder. There is no remainder. So it is divisible. Similarly, n plus 4 also has a remainder 5, or even we can rewrite it as 3 plus 2, and by taking 3 as common, n plus 4 is having a remainder 2 here, a remainder 2. So n plus 2 is the only number divisible by. So in this case, where r is equal to 1, n and n plus 4 are not divisible. So we see the final case, what if r is equal to 2. So here in place of r, I have written 2. So n value is equal to 3q plus 2. Now n plus 2. So I have added 2 on both sides. So this is equal to 3q plus 3 plus 1, because this 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, and 4 can be rewritten as 3 plus 1. And now n plus 2 value is, by taking 3 as common from these two terms, this becomes 3 into 3 times q plus 1, and this 1 is left over. And we'll see n plus 4. So to the n value, I am adding 4 on both sides. Here, so n value is 3q plus 2, and I have added 4. So n plus 4 becomes, here we can write this 2 plus 4 as 6. So n plus 4 becomes 3q plus 6. So by taking 3 as common from the two terms, since 6 can be written as 3 times 2, and this is like this, 3q plus 2 into 3. So we took 3 as common, then this becomes 3q plus 2. So n plus 4 is equal to 3 times q plus 2. So here we have no remainder. And in the other two cases we have remainders. So when r equal to 2, only n plus 4 is divisible by 3, and the remaining numbers n and n plus 2 not. Okay? So in all these three cases, only one out of the three numbers is divisible by. This is the thing. So I hope you understand, and if you have any doubts, you can comment there. Thanks for watching.